So I quote tweeted this, or I took a screen grab of this, or I saw a screen grab. But yeah, because mine's in dark mode. I like dark mode on everything. So I saved this from someone else or something. And I wrote, these marks hate wrestling and want to watch it die. You don't get to tell wrestlers that what wrestling is, clown. And so I forget who they were talking to. Was this our guy, Jose, the assistant they were talking to? I can't remember, but this person's like, that kind of remark I'd expect from a WWE fan, not from someone who is supposed to get what wrestling is. And this guy's like, any wrestler with good in-ring skills has a good storytelling. And then this person's like, storytelling is primarily should be done in the ring. So absolutely. And then this person's like, do people with this mentality know why the ring is there? And then look, whoever's screen grab, this might have been me, but they're blocked from all these people. They can't even respond. So how can anybody challenge this is the bubble paradox, a term coined on PWT. Okay? Like, you live in a bubble. You're not even going to like understand other perspectives. Right? And that's where you think what you're saying is correct when it's not. It's the craziest way to live. So I got tagged in this. Looks like that Titan J Sicko is back. So if you guys haven't yet, I dropped a video called The Tragic Case of Titan J. And it's about a wrestler who faked his own death. It's one of the greatest, my favorite Sicko segment that I've ever done. Where, yeah, he faked his own death and his WWE tryouts and all this. And then he got tied up with all these sickos in the IWC. And it actually got cringe, though, because of this. Because this guy tags me in it. Titan J Backups here. And then this guy's like, I'm not doing this for clout. He's tagging Sap. And then you look over here, Sap's over here. Let's go. Like, they're going to get this guy. And then I quote you to this. I was like, now it's cringe, right? Like, it was funny. It was funny. Now it's cringe, right? So whatever. It is what it is. Just an update on Titan J. I guess guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? So Andrew Baydala just can't help himself. And he tweets this out about Money in the Bank. He goes, here's more potential PLE location news for those wondering about the date and location for WWE Money in the Bank 2025 into a Dome LA. I am waiting for final confirmation. Like, anyone in WWE is going to tell you anything, bro. And then Baydala goes to further elaborate, since some on this app share one singular brain cell, for him to say this. Chad, this is why he's on the list. You understand?
You just made the list.
And it's not a real list, folks. It's like a mental thing. Yeah, he's one of my fools. Absolutely. So Baydala says the confirm I was waiting on won't come from a WWE post, etc. I work in ticketing marketing, and the venue confirmed this to me late yesterday. It seems as it's full go for Money in the Bank in LA. I mean, he's probably right, but yeah, I don't know. Oh, he's interjecting himself. So this guy's like, the entertainment, soap operas, fuck the gimmick, fuck the casuals, let the wrestling speak for itself. The best part about wrestling is the wrestling. Empower those who are great at it and platform them correctly. So that guy's awesome. Randy Orton's went full sicko mode. Yeah, hit him with the sicko mode.
You right? What?
Orton went full sicko mode here, dude. He responds, this girl Brea goes, bro is not getting my number. And this guy too, man, spitting game here. He goes, I'd arm wrestle a bear for your number. Then he goes, I'd fight 09 Randy Orton for your number. That's game, dude. Ladies in the chat can tell us, but come on now. 09 Orton savage, bro. And nobody wants to smoke 09 Orton, dude. Okay. And then Orton goes, bro, willing to risk it all for you, bro. There's 31,737,000 likes. Come on now, dude. The Virtuosa has to respond to a sicko. The Virtuosa goes, my president. This is Deonna Purrazzo. AEW's Deonna Purrazzo goes, my president is the best dressed president. And then this guy, Hello B Mike, says, Tony Khan, why is your talent associated with the competition? Didn't Phoenix, Penta, or Ricky taught you anything? Didn't they taught you anything?
Shut up, bitch.
What the
stupid idiot? Read
a book. Should she be fired immediately for contract tampering? Contract tampering. Whoa. Whoa, these people are nutty. So Chelsea Green goes, to wish that on someone is disgusting. But I'm gathering you've never had a job to be fired from. Oh, shit. Oh, so you wouldn't get it. Tell your mom we say hello. Yo, when she brings you your dinner in the basement. Oh my God. Chelsea Green said,
Shut up, bitch.
oh my God. She just smashed his leg
Smashed your knee to oblivion.
smashed his knee to oblivion. Oh my goodness. I love that. And then Perazzo responds and goes, supporting my best friend of 10 years is contract tampering, crazy behavior. Bro, that's the Sickos Tony wanted and made the shirt for. A little tip-tucking here. Mike Gilbert. Who the is Mike Gilbert, bro? This guy's like, I'll negotiate on Tony Khan's behalf. Dear Triple H, if you want Sting, we need a public apology for your behavior at DX's induction, calling AEW a pissant company, and not letting Lex appear on camera during Sting's retirement. Admit to the public that that was all bitch behavior in those words. Dude, I quote tweeted this. It's like Triple H slap this dude and take his wife, man. What are you talking about? And then we can talk about Sting appearing. We want to make this happen for Lex. Feel free to DM. Feel free to DM. Oh my God, dude. I would love to see this guy like cower in a corner shaking while Triple H is like, what's in your pockets? The pocket checks him, you know? Give me those glasses. You know what I'm saying? So Davboro, Triple H has fumbled Penta big time. And then this guy's like, another Raw without Penta. Just imagine what H could be doing with ZSJ right now, according to some people on here. Do people want to see ZSJ in WWE? I don't think that's a thing. So you're dumb. And then Davboro is just down bad Davboro, right? That's what we call him. And he did fumble, or he didn't fumble Penta big time because he has been on the show. So this guy's saying another Raw. He did appear on the show. So I don't know what these guys are talking about. He's been on like every show, or he gets a vignette or something. He doesn't have to wrestle every week, you sickos. This guy, Devil Tudor, responded to, that's so, did she delete it? I hope she didn't delete it, man. Oh, man. So Killer Kelly was like, hey, it's my birthday. Here's my Amazon wish list. This dude quote tweets it and is like, this has to stop. Celebrities asking their fans to get them birthday presents. What the f- has this world come to now? People who make way more than the average person wants to give, beg, get effed ugly, and then calls her ugly. And I'm like, you need antidepressant and fresh air, little bro. And Matt Diesel like that, shout him out, wrestler, right? And then he's like, I don't need these effing monkeys need to quit begging. I'm like, she's not begging. I was like, I don't know how much you think wrestlers make. The average indie wrestler, if they're lucky, is making a teacher's salary. Kelly just had a kid and has been off TV for a long time. Would you not buy a friend a gift for their baby shower? Get off the internet. And then he just is responding to himself. I would buy my friend a birthday present. It's like, all right, you mute. Get a life, bro. That's craziness. And she's not like Gail Godot being like, I need a present. So me making the Sicko segment a bunch. I write, this is the definition of AEW Sickos coping right here. And what they're saying here is this guy's like, the powers that be are conspiring against you. A blind man can see this. Where's Tony? And then this Jana person's like, they wanted to recreate that Osprey Fletcher aura so bad. And that's when Montez Ford did the flip or whatever. Sal Cruz is like, some of these accounts on here were like, he superplexed him off the top. Oh, that was, the cage spot. It's crazy, too, how Meltzer gets that out there. Do you guys see? This is what these sickos do. And I pointed out here on the show. And I said this is what was going to happen. Meltzer and Brian, okay, butthurt Brian, are going to go, it wasn't off the top. That's preposterous. Meanwhile, perfect example. Maybe it's anecdotal. You guys try this at home. I turned to my wife and I was like, when they were showing replays of it on SmackDown, and I was like, yo, what is that? What did he just do? She's like, slammed him off the cage. That's all it takes. Ask a casual, yo, is that off the cage? Is he just slam him off the cage? It's a magic trick, bro. You're getting that. You know how kayfabe. Yeah, because you're a smart mark. Oh, it's not technically like off the cage, even though Punk was draped over the cage and he fell off the cage, but Rollins didn't stand on the cage. So if this was a video game, it technically, like, shut up, you clowns. So this guy's like, thought the same. I was looking for the climb. It never happened. The manipulation circus remains. The manipulation circus remains. Yeah, dummy.
Yeah.
It's carny. It's a circus trick. It's manipulate. It's suspending your disbelief and having people manipulate your suspension. It's like a magic trick. You know the guy's not really making elephants disappear. Oh, but that guy slid a card in my pocket. Yeah, he has someone pickpocketing you, or something happened, bro, where he did that. He has an assistant walking around that you didn't see. Put the card in your pocket. Like, it's magic, bro. It's a magic trick. It's called sleight of hand. So, like, yeah. The manipulation circus. Yeah, why are you watching wrestling? Do you think it's real? These people are so dumb. They think they're smarter than everyone else. It's always the biggest dummies.
Dummy. Yeah.
Who think they're smarter than everyone else, man. It's humiliating. And then this guy's like, LMFAO busted open. I'm trying to hide it anymore. Paid Federation fluffers. LaGreca just fluffed Moxley's dick after that back spike suplex, bro. And you're not crying. You know, it's clown behavior, man. So a hashtag was going grape minus the G, Def Rebel. And this guy's like, are we starting the grape Def Rebel if they fit up? So here's Vince Russo. Bro, listen. Listen. When it comes to wrestling, action figures, bro, I only have my own figure, bro. They've only made a few of them. Bro, listen. I would never pay for these marks with their dolls, bro. I invented Stone Cold Steve Austin wrestling, bro. Let's hear what he has to say about some sicko buying a naked Miss Elizabeth doll or some creepy.
5 years ago.
Okay.
Cardona said I was
Shout out Vince Russo's brand and castrating the marks.
able to get my hands on it, and he's talking about a action figure, limited edition mistake action figure that was made of Elizabeth naked. back
Oh,
in the
wow.
day,
Okay. Interesting.
So he said, I was able to get my hands on it for a pretty decent price. I had it in my collection and I did a YouTube video talking about it, but I blurred everything out. It was so weird that it would even be in the back of my display case. I was proud that I had it, but I didn't want to show it off. So when I put on this YouTube video, somebody contacted me and said, how much for the naked Elizabeth? I said, dude, I didn't really want to sell it. Make me an offer I can't refuse. You're going to think I'm crazy. He offered me $45,000.
Oh, I was going to say 10.
$45,000 and I sold it. Now, fast forward.
45K. Can you guys believe that? 45K.
You what? You mark?
Jeepers, man.
To a week or so ago. Let's go to this tweet.
Glenn bought the action figure Disco? Oh, no. Oh, no.
Jimmy Van tweets, coming soon to Fightful, Sean Sapp and I sit down to talk wrestling toys, in particular the WWF LJN line. And what did I actually buy from Matt Cardona? Stay tuned. And right in the middle is the naked Elizabeth figure. So putting two and two together here.
Oh, my God. Jimmy Van paid $4.
You what?
You what?
Oh my God.
Oh,
Jimmy Van, dude.
$45,000 for a freaking plastic doll. Oh my God, Mike Durbin, man. Hats off. This is incredible, bro.
$45,000 that you, how rich is this guy?
Oh my God, bro.
That's insane.
That is insane, bro. I wouldn't pay $45,000 for anything.
We've heard him talk about his family.
Are you sure about that? No. Yeah, check out Vince Russo's Patreon there. A couple more here. So here's Elbu. I had to put him in the title here because he's now just popping up and talking here about WWE. He goes, clean out creative and get fresh and younger voices in. There's so many ways to do angles, and we've seen the same crews in for a while. WWE is in 1999. Elbu goes, I think it's over. Most bookers flame out after 3 years. Italy got scammed. That TV was a borderline unacceptable waste of 3 hours from a promotion that has creatively lost their fastball. That show doesn't happen in 2023. Oh my God. He's so unbearably cringe and
shut
stupid.
up, bitch.
He's literally one of the most hated people by wrestlers and content creators. And I'm telling you this as a fact. Okay? Because of his pompous ass, they were straight up robbed. Well, it didn't sound that way. And what were they robbed of, bro? We're on the road to Mania. So what were they supposed to do? Save the cage match for Italy? 2 weeks ago, they had... it's so ridiculous, man. They can't have everyone destroying themselves before we get to Mania. So what do you want them to do? We just got Punk, Roman, and here's the thing. He's only talking all this because all the fickle were like, SmackDown's too long, 3 hours, it's too long. And I get it. People in chat might agree. But as I said, I'm in Canada, so I don't know. I watched it on Netflix after, and there's no ads. You're right. So it's just a 2 hour straight up show. As a 2 hour show, it's mighty fine, dude. It's like a B-, wasn't the worst thing ever, but everybody's just pissed because of the hours worth of ads, right? But meanwhile, they want to make boo-boo face about Netflix. Oh, Raw's viewership declined. It's like, we just need to get all this on streaming so we don't have to deal with this. And then no one will cry about this anymore. The SmackDown wasn't that bad. Like, what was so bad? Was that Street Profit segment so bad? I thought it was really good, man. So I don't know. People just crying to cry. These dudes just suck. They just suck. Like, you're not going to book any better. So we have JD and your boy Joey Janela going at it. So JD posted this yesterday, and he goes, this month has been mentally very difficult, guys. One of the worst mental health months maybe ever. And right now, I'm not really doing too well. I don't know how I pulled out a 2 hour stream out of me tonight. Those who are in my corner, thank you. Everyone else, I'm sorry you feel the way you do about me. Oh! And Joey Janela responds with the Charmin. Now listen. Now I know everybody wants to pick sides, right? He posted the Charmin thing, so Joey did hit him with this. Like, that's pretty funny, right? To come back like, oh, too bad with the Charmin thing. Because JD posted that and we all laughed at that when Monet was being soft, right? So then Janela hits him with that. You had to know it was coming. Yeah, here's Cage Match Sicko's rating WWE a 9.2 for Roadblock. And then Sicko's like, who let Fed people in here? So yeah, we're not even going to laugh at that. We're going to continue with JD versus Joe. So JD's like, literally two of the biggest pieces in his entire place. All because of a decision made by someone else that ruined an entire weekend. I am being wrongfully blamed for. And MLJ, who's so cringe. Oh, dude. Yeah. I'm sorry, ML. I don't even know how to say your name. Email. You're cringe. I sincerely hope that whatever he's going through gets worse. Whoa. Joey's like, no, because he's a disrespectful, hateful loser. So there you go, man. They hate JD. Joey, to me, I go, okay, with Joey and JD, the gloves are off. Between those two, like, they just want to fight each other. They just need to get it over with already. But then this dude, like, you, man, he's just trying. You know what he's trying to do though? That ML guy, I guarantee he's trying to work his way because he does commentary, and I think he's trying to work his way into that HOG spot. If I had to guess, man, hey, should I X-Files myself? Let's do it. I'll do it. Here we go. So we're almost done this year. Janela's like, Jim Cornette paid his dues from an account that no longer exists 4 hours ago. Sickos. Jim Cornette paid his dues. Hall of Fame worthy on-screen character. One of the greatest wrestling minds of all time and walking wrestling encyclopedia. He's earned the right to say whatever he wants and collect money, no matter how dated some of his takes are. And I've attacked Cornette worse than anyone on here. I'll give that a like because he's right about that. But Joey responds to JD. And he goes, well, look, we go here. We got to scroll down. It's like Inception. So after JD's like, literally the two biggest pieces, Janela's like, stop playing victim, pussy. You make money by tearing others down while never paying a single due in the wrestling business. Being a professional wrestler is mentally taxing and difficult, especially on American television. I think being JD from NY is easy. Let's compare a hardworking Japanese woman wrestler's name to something that sounds like an exotic cocktail, and you collect on go because your trash half brain dead fans will send whatever money they made at Subway that week. Play victim somewhere else. You damn. So he went hard on him, man. So he's also triggered by that joke about the cocktail or whatever. And so then he's trashing his fans. So then that's where you get the tribal warfare, because you made it about the fans who might also could be fans of you. Well, I don't want their money. Terrible business practice, that's all I'll say. Let's compare hardworking. Yeah, physically, yeah, for sure. Wrestlers are outworking everybody, right? But that doesn't doesn't mean the guy who's like in charge of the bank isn't not doing anything, right? Or the guy in charge of like whatever, name any job where you're not taking bumps, right? You're a nurse. It's not like you're not doing anything either. That isn't hard work. Anyways, so JD goes, because you're, so he quotes him. And then JD goes, I smell jealousy. Joey Janela needs a handout, guys. He admits someone much more talented than he is, who doesn't have to light themselves on fire, Gabagoo, is making more money doing than he is in his own field. Oh, and then Janela's like, I'll make more money WrestleMania weekend than you make in 6 months. Calm down, Mr. Depressed. I actually don't know about that. JD's posting crazy numbers. It's actually ridiculous, dude. I don't know about that, man. And then JD goes, I'll have 10,000 viewers each night for WrestleMania and my streams. That's at least triple than what Spring Break is doing. Keep dreaming, you hack. And then Janela's like, oh, wow, man. I guarantee 200 people wouldn't show up to see you in person. I bet if JD hosted an event, he could get 200 people to show up and see him, Joey. You know what I mean? He's got a lot of viewers, man. You got to understand, like, and that doesn't matter either. Now who's got dated takes? Like, all right, it's the fucking internet. He gets 10,000 who shows up to see him on his show. So, and again, like you said about Cornette, I roast JD. I give EJ Dice Clay. Oh, right. So, just calling a spade here. He says, let's get the trailer numbers on how many people will be watching Spring Break this year too. Yeah, I mean they do good numbers for that. I know you're depressed, man. Stay away from the GW bridge, JD. Eesh, dark. I told you guys it wasn't gonna get dark. It's just dark. And then JD goes, LMA laughing my ass off over here. Retard has no idea how YouTube works. Oh yeah, he could draw 200. I really do believe that. And then he's like, I'll make more money WrestleMania weekend than you can make. Okay, so JD says I'll have 10,000. We read that. We read this. We went through them all. Oh. And yeah, JD responds and goes, if Trilla can do 228,000 viewers, I'd love to see it. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see it too. I don't think they're doing too well, Triller. Those Triller folk. Those folk at Triller. Triller. So JD from NY says, LMAO fucking, we read that. And then Janela responds and goes, no lie, this dude just wrote this on a burner, deleted it from the burner, and made the wise decision to post it as his own. Ooh, is that true? Did he make that up, or is that true? Is that true? Can't be using burners, folks. I do have a second Twitter now. Okay. At Phil Marks Out. Go and follow that. That's just like entertainment. It's for my other channel. Yeah, so that's crazy. Janela should have screen grabbed it, but at the time you don't think to do it. Because you see that, you're like, oh, it's blocked, whatever. I'm not even going to respond. And then he posts the same thing. But he should say what the ad is. And then he'd say what the handle is. Say what the handle is, Joey. I ain't calling you a liar. Hey, I ain't calling you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Sicko segment. A bit of a longer one, but not too terribly long, kind of funny too, right? That was the Sicko segment.